Good evening, everyone. How are you tonight? Maybe you didn't hear the question. How are you tonight? You have to know that it's my pleasure to offer you every time I perform here some new material. I have to test it on the audience. That's why. Do you have any idea of what is this in my hand? This is an imaginary letter I wrote to my etc. son or daughter in the future. So, for tonight, you will have some literature. That's the worst word in English, literature. Are you ready? Yeah. And of course, you have the permission to laugh while I'm reading. Confessions to my etc. son or daughter. My dear etc. son or daughter, allow me to leave these few words on this precious sheet of paper, hoping that your lazy-ass generation will still be able to read stuff like books, instead of just scrolling on your smartphones looking for asses and titties. Sorry for presuming you're a boy. You could absolutely be a girl too. Or maybe you did not decide it yet. Yes, I know, weird things happen during my trip on this planet. In the case you did not choose, well, I think Brigitte could fit you, like they say in French, like a glove. It seemed quite appropriate under the monarchy of King Louis Emmanuel Macron I. I guess you'll Google it and see that mainstream medias always mention concepts of democracy. Indeed, even during dark ages, people always had some sense of humor, which saved us from extinction. With all these decades all around the world, we were that close to the apocalypse. I have no idea what your history books in school will tell you, but we had serious unsolved issues while I'm writing you now. Palestine suffering from Israel, excess of military testosterone, Russia playing, I can feel your attention now. Russia playing Pac-Man with a country I would challenge any student to find on a map before this conflict. Donald Trump, the Thanksgiving roasted turkey, as the Native American nicknamed him, trying to convince his retired voters from Florida to settle in Greenland. Of course, I could go on and on with so many examples of this humanity full of contradictions. But I don't want to bother you with this. Talking about boring facts, searchers are still trying to extend life expectancy. Can you imagine my 600 years old ass forced to listen your etc. mother's 600 years old ass bullshit? Hell no. I'd rather die eaten alive by a polar bear during a not-so-cold safari in Puerto Rico because of this goddamn global warming. We're making jokes about it, but I don't want you to think I don't care. I'm conscious of the rising sea levels, the deforestation, the endangered species, my OnlyFans subscription blocks. And I wonder which world and what challenge your generation will face. But at the same time, if you think about it on a cosmic scale, according to scientists, this planet is 5 billion years old. First men on Earth appeared last weekend. Nowadays, we're struggling to save a planet that will live at least 5 more billion years than our own existence by driving a full electric Toyota Prius and chewing a bloody paper straw drinking water? Come on. Does it sound right to you? Come on. I'm not saying ecology is not a worthy fight, but there must be some business behind. That's why I think God has a divine sense of humor. Because he never showed himself to the entire human race. I guess it was on purpose, just to keep the suspense up and watching people build monuments to its glory and hearing them arguing about how their God is better than yours. I won't lie to you. All this drives me nuts. The same mankind able to launch satellites and to make a war in the name of their imaginary friend in the sky. Of course, this is a too sensitive issue, and I can feel that people in the audience are now seriously listening, waiting for the next bullshit I say. But it won't happen, because I'm a smart player. Offense is a form of violence, and I'm a peacemaker. Isn't it more pleasant to laugh with someone than making fun of him or her? Grown men here perfectly knows that making women laugh is part of seduction and attraction. And I'm a love maker. But I gotta cool down a bit on this part because I'm getting hard and my pen is running out of ink soon. Jokes apart, because some will say this last one was weird, I sincerely hope you'll have the chance to meet a real person. Have true and deep feeling for her or him, going through hard times, losing arguments, relentless, and one by one, and reconsidering what your life would have been with a top-notch, high-tech sexual android from Tesla's. And you would like, how the hell do they turn this shit off? Anyway, take care, my dear grandson or daughter, and please enjoy your life to the fullest. Thank you for listening.